Look at what you've become. Certainly not what you promised yourself at 16. Certainly not the man you swore you'd be when you finally got your shot. Look at what's staring back at you right now. A shadow. Soft around the edges, quick to compromise, allergic to confrontations that matter. Accepting the rules society set for you through social media narratives and popular rhetoric. Society handed you a prescription for mediocrity. They lied to you that comfort is the goal, happiness is the measure, and freedom is having infinite choices. They sold you on the belief that expressing every emotion is courage and avoiding pain is necessary. This is a slow death, a quiet sabotage of everything you could become. And the worst part, you can feel it. That gnawing sense that you're capable of more but somehow always choosing less. That voice that whispers at 2 a.m. reminding you of every compromise you made, every time you nodded along when you should have spoken up, every moment you chose easy over right. You know exactly what I'm talking about because it's been eating at you for months, maybe years. Marcus Aurelius knew this in his bones. Emperor of Rome. Absolute power could have drowned in pleasure, comfort, and yes men. Instead, he chose discipline so severe it would break most modern men in a week. Every night, while the empire slept, he sat alone, writing one message to himself over and over. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. That's not poetry. That's survival code for men who refuse to be controlled by circumstances they can't change. Here's what separates the Stoics from every soft philosophy you've been fed. They didn't wait for the world to be kind. They didn't hope for fair treatment. They built themselves into fortresses that couldn't be shaken by betrayal, loss, or the opinion of lesser men. While everyone else was begging for comfort, they were training for catastrophe. And when catastrophe came, and it always comes, they stood while everyone else collapsed. Today, we're dismantling 7 rules you've been following like gospel. Rules that sound like common sense, but function like slow poison. I guarantee at least 3 of these are active in your life right now, quietly eroding your authority, your respect, and your ability to move through the world like a man who cannot be bought, manipulated, or broken. If you're watching from the United States, comment on your state below. I want to know where this iron is landing tonight, because what's coming isn't advice you apply when it's convenient. This is the framework. This is the operating system you install when you're done being a passenger in your own life. Rule 1. Society says, do what makes you happy. They feed you the lie that life is about being happy. Don't stress. Don't think too deeply. Just enjoy it. It's the ultimate soft focus filter over a hard, demanding world. This chase for constant comfort turns you weak, distracted, and incapable of enduring the necessary struggle for mastery. Happiness is a fleeting emotion, a moment. It is not a mission. Most men treat pleasure like a full-time job. They run from discomfort. They avoid the grind. They choose the easy escape over the demanding path of purpose. Why? Because a man addicted to comfort never becomes formidable. A man obsessed with feeling good never becomes respected. A man who avoids struggle never becomes unshakable. Comfort is the silent killer of ambition. Epictetus wasn't interested in your mood. He would often ask his students to recognize the difference between what they desired and what was good for them. The desire is for comfort, the good is for discipline. The man who prioritizes pleasure will always be a slave to external circumstances. The weather changes, your bank account balance crashes, someone insults you, and your entire world collapses. This is the Stoic insight. Purpose grounds you when life becomes chaotic. Purpose keeps you moving when emotions collapse. Purpose builds character in a way pleasure never can. Your life should be measured not by how often you smiled, but by the weight of the burdens you carried and the clarity of the actions you took. Don't live to feel good. Live to become someone worth respecting. Focus on building something meaningful, a discipline, a mission, an integrity, a stronger version of yourself. Happiness will then appear as a side effect of growth, not the goal of your life. I'm warning you now, the next rule on this list is the reason most men fail to lead their families and their businesses. It's the poison they mistake for morality. You cannot afford to miss it. Now write this affirmation in the comments: purpose over pleasure. Rule 2. Society says follow your passion. Society wrapped this poison in a bow and called it career advice. Follow your passion and you'll never work a day in your life. Do what you love and the money will follow. They sell this fantasy in universities, TED Talks and Instagram captions like it's enlightenment. It's not. It's a trap that keeps ambitious men broke, confused and chasing feelings instead of building empires. Here's the truth they won't tell you. Passion is not a foundation, it's weather. It changes with your mood, your energy, your last meal. Building your life on passion is like building a house on sand. The first storm washes it away, and you're left wondering why your calling suddenly feels like a burden. Most passions make terrible businesses. You love photography, so do 10 million other people with better cameras. You're passionate about fitness? Great. So is everyone selling meal plans on social media. Passion without market value is just an expensive hobby that drains your bank account while you tell yourself you're staying true to yourself. Seneca spent years in exile, stripped of everything. He didn't survive by following his passion. He survived by mastering what was necessary, what was useful, what gave him leverage. He understood that your value in the world is determined by what problems you can solve, not by what makes you feel alive on a Tuesday morning. The Stoics knew something modern self-help gurus refuse to acknowledge. Discipline beats passion every single time. So stop asking, what am I passionate about? Start asking, what am I willing to be disciplined about even when I don't feel like it? That question separates the dreamers from the builders, because passion always fluctuates. The honeymoon phase ends, and when it does, only the disciplined remain standing. Here's what they're really doing when they sell you passion. They're keeping you distracted. A man chasing his feelings is a man who never develops real skill. He jumps from interest to interest, always starting, never mastering. He's 35 with a resume that looks like a Pinterest board, lots of pretty ideas, zero depth, no leverage. Meanwhile, the man who ignored passion and focused on understanding what his world needs. He's 35 with a skill set so valuable he names his price. He built mastery in something the market actually rewards. He might not have loved every moment, but he respected the process, and now he has something passion alone could never give him: freedom. Your job isn't to find work that feels good. Your job is to build competence in something valuable, then leverage that competence into freedom. Because freedom is what you actually want, not passion, not fulfillment. Freedom, the ability to do what you want, when you want, with who you want. And that only comes through disciplined skill building in areas the market rewards. If you're catching this, drop this affirmation in the comments right now. I build skill, not feelings. Rule 3. Society says be nice to everyone. This is the one that destroys more men than anything else, being nice to everyone. When you try to please every single person in the name of being at peace, you slowly begin to erase yourself. You say yes when your heart screams no. You give time to those who never value it. You protect people who wouldn't protect you. This is not kindness. It is self-betrayal disguised as morality. People always claim they love nice people, yet they consistently ignore, use, and walk over the overly nice man. Why? Because constant niceness signals that you don't respect your own limits. It signals a desperate desire for approval, and nothing kills respect faster than needing approval. Marcus Aurelius wasn't concerned with his popularity among his subordinates. He was consumed by his duty to the empire and his own internal standard of conduct. He would often remind himself that the opinion of others is no more important than the wind. A man is not defined by external praise, but by internal rectitude. Niceness without strength is weakness. Niceness with boundaries is power. Being kind should be a choice, a tool, a strategy, not a reflex. The moment you stop needing acceptance is the moment people start respecting you. People trust the man who holds his ground. You don't need to be rude. You need to be firm. You need to decide who deserves your time and who doesn't. Your boundaries matter. They are the visible line of your self-respect. The next point on the list is about the trap of endless forgiveness. It's what keeps you running in circles with the wrong people. Stay with me. These are the laws that keep most men subjugated. Rule 4. Society wants you to forgive and forget. When a friend betrays you and comes back to your good side like it was just a trivial event, they just showed you exactly what they are made of, and you will be stupid to think that it will never repeat itself again. Forgive and forget, they say. Move on. Be the bigger person. It sounds noble. It sounds pure. But here is the dark, essential truth. Instant forgiveness without boundaries doesn't make you enlightened. It makes you easy to hurt again. When you forgive everything with zero consequence, you train people to treat you as a human punching bag. People don't respect doormats with amnesia. They respect the man who remembers the hit, studies the pattern, and then adjusts his proximity. Those emotional scars on your mind are not decorations. They are data. They teach, they warn, they protect. Cato was the ultimate man of integrity. He demonstrated that true honor requires absolute consistency. He wouldn't have kept giving full trust to the person who already showed him they didn't value it. Forgive so your heart doesn't rot in anger, but never forget the lesson because your life depends on it. Your mentor with the 7-figure agency didn't attack the client who underpaid him. He simply never worked with them again. That's not revenge. That's self-respect with a memory. Your job is to remember the crime and to limit the access they have to you so that there can be no crime again. Drop this affirmation in the comments. My memory protects me. Rule 5. Be loyal no matter what. From the moment you learned the meaning of loyalty, society shaped it into a chain. Stand by people no matter what. Never walk away. But here is the truth they never mention. Blind loyalty destroys your self-respect. Loyalty without conditions turns you into a tool, not a human being. It makes you predictable, exploitable, and easily manipulated. When people know you'll stay, no matter how they treat you, they stop valuing you and they stop fearing the loss of you. And once a person loses the fear of losing you, the dynamic collapses. How they treat you no longer matters. Epictetus taught that your greatest possession is your inner freedom, the ability to choose your response and protect your core integrity. He would caution against valuing externals, including other people's approval, more than your own character. True power requires a different kind of loyalty, loyalty to yourself first. Healthy loyalty is earned, not demanded. You owe allegiance to those who respect your boundaries, honor your time, match your effort, and value your presence. Everyone else deserves access only at a distance. Your loyalty should never require you to tolerate disrespect. It should never make you betray your own standards just to keep someone close. Unconditional loyalty is slavery. Conditional loyalty is strength. People respect you when they know you can walk away. People stay honest when they know betrayal has consequences. Protect your self-respect first, always. We're coming into the final 2 points. These are the most subtle yet most destructive rules they taught you. If you've made it this far, smash that like button now to show you value self-mastery over comfort. Rule 6. Always tell the whole truth. They told you this since childhood. Honesty is the best policy. But here is what they never mentioned. Revealing everything makes you predictable, exposed, and easy to control. In the real world, the man who speaks without filters is the man who loses leverage. He shows his plans before he acts. He exposes his intentions before they mature. And society uses every piece of truth you give them against you. They don't respect pure honesty, they exploit it. Marcus Aurelius practiced discretion with relentless rigor. He would constantly review his day and his words, ensuring that his speech was not wasted on trivialities or emotional impulse. A ruler, or any serious man, must appear honest, but he must never surrender his strategic position through loose lips. When you overshare, you surrender power. Because power is not in what you say, power is in what you choose not to say. In silence, you are untouchable. In mystery, you are respected. In controlled truth, you are powerful. You don't need to lie. You need to select, to choose what is revealed and what remains hidden, to speak with purpose, not emotion. Not everyone deserves to know your mindset. Not everyone is worthy of your struggle. The strong man is the man who knows what to keep. Society wants you transparent because transparency makes you easy to manipulate. But mystery creates gravity. The less they know, the more power you hold. Now, type this affirmation in the comments. My silence is power. The final destructive rule is the one that keeps powerful men invisible. Rule 7. Society says, be humble all the time. People misunderstand humility. They think it means lowering your presence, hiding your talent, shrinking your abilities, and pretending you're less than you are. That's not humility, that's self-erasure. And self-erasure breeds disrespect. The world wants you to dim your light because your strength exposes their weakness. They push the idea, stay humble, don't appear strong. Why? Because a man who owns his power is harder to control. Seneca recognized that true greatness must be acknowledged. He often spoke of the importance of self-knowledge, which includes recognizing your own competence. True humility is not acting weak. It's staying grounded even when you know your worth. It is showing confidence without arrogance. If you don't show your value, others will define your value for you. If you don't claim your abilities, others will claim your opportunities. If you don't stand tall, others will stand on you. Stop hiding it. Stand straight. Speak clearly. Own your progress. Accept your strengths openly, not aggressively, but confidently. When you show your value without apology, the world reacts differently. People listen more carefully. People treat you more seriously. People respect you more deeply. Humility should be chosen, not forced. It should protect your power, not bury it. Now write this affirmation in the comments. I own my worth. You've just uncovered the truth that society hides. The rules they taught you, be nice, be humble, be patient, always play safe, were never designed to make you strong. They were designed to make you manageable, predictable, and controllable. You now understand that true power and respect are not given. They are earned through clarity, discipline, and uncompromising self-mastery. They are claimed by men who refuse to blindly follow rules that weaken them. Ask yourself this: which of these 7 toxic rules has been quietly stealing your inner freedom? The answers are staring back at you, and the choice to change is entirely yours. Cato faced an empire and refused to yield a single principle. Your battle is smaller, but the cost of compromise is just as high. A life lived in regret, dictated by others. Don't live to feel good, live to become unshakable. Your rules are simple now. Control your mind, control your actions, control your standards, and control your access. This is the path of the Stoic. This is the path of power. If this video armed you for the battle ahead, if it made you realize that the path to a meaningful life is built on discipline, not distraction, then I want you to join this collective of uncompromising men. Subscribe to this channel right now. Turn on notifications, because the man who seeks clarity does not wait for it, he demands it. And to finalize this contract with your higher self, type this last affirmation in the comments: I control my destiny. The rules of society no longer control you. You are no longer soft, you are strategic, respected, and the world will notice. Now go and act accordingly.